Báilame despacio, no mires el reloj, no quiero que la noche acabe, se dice en el barrio.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while, but I had a lot of things going on with school and stuff like that and work. So it's been a little bit since I've filmed. But I really wanted to try out this Anastasia new items that came out. I think it was like this week or last week, I don't remember. But I've had them for like 3 or 4 days now and I cannot wait to put my hands on them. And they are the Soft Glam Anastasia eyeshadow palette. I also have a bronzer. And I also have the Amrezy Highlighter. Before we get into it, don't forget to subscribe below and let's just go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so I didn't want to waste any time doing my eyebrows on the video, so I already did them. I just used the Anastasia Pomade in the shade Chocolate. Then I'm going to be cleaning them up with this wheel from Judith Cosmetics. It'll be linked down below if you're interested. And I really like this. I also have a video comparing it to the Curlan one if you're interested. I'll try to link it up top. But I'm going to be using this color right here just to clean up the brows. I'm going to switch it to the Sigma Concealer F75. It's just a little bit bigger and I feel like that was taking way too long. So I'm also going to be using this as a primer for my eyes. So I'm just going to be filling up the lids. It's a little bit thick, that's why you can see it's like kind of like pulling on my eyes, but I swear to God, it just like, as soon as you blend it, that all goes away. To blend it, I'm going to be using this brush from Makeup Geek. Alright, so I did both eyes. Now I'm going to be digging into this Soft Glam by Anastasia. I'm really excited to try this. I did open it and swatch a couple of them just because I wanted to see if the formula was the same as the other ones. And so far I really like them. So when you open it up, it looks like this. Oops. It looks like this. It looks exactly like the other 3 palettes that they have. I only have 2. I do not have the Subculture, but it looks exactly the same style and same size and all of that. You have some shades that are repeats, like the Cypress Umber and the Burnt Orange that are both in the Modern Renaissance over here. I do not know if there are any others because I only have the Modern Renaissance and the Prism palette. I do not have the Subculture, but there's none of the Prism palette on here. So I got it at Sephora, so I'm just reading up their website what it says. It retails for $42, just the same as the other 3 palettes that they have. And it says that it brings 14 shades, including essential matte, glam, and shimmer finishes. It says 14 shades in ultra matte, duochrome, and metallic finishes that let you create softly glamorous looks at any time. The reason I wanted to get this is because I honestly, when I am like on a rush or like I don't know what to wear, I always reach out for the Modern Renaissance. It is absolutely my favorite palette ever. Between this one and I think the Jaclyn Hill are the 2 that I always grab when I'm like traveling or when I don't know what I'm actually gonna wear, because the colors are, I feel like, are so wearable. At least for me, this pinkish tones are always like my go-to. But I feel like when I saw this one, it definitely reminds me of more like an everyday look. Like I can wear this to work, I can wear this for a Friday night. I can go with like a neutral look or turn it into a smoky eye if I want to. So I was really excited to try this. So obviously if you're into like vibrant colors, it's not something that you're probably gonna like. Okay, so looking at the palette, I feel like all the colors are a little bit too dark to set my concealer. I thought this one would be like a little... Actually, now that I look at it, I feel like I've seen it before. Yep, this color right here, the Tempera, is also on the Renaissance palette. It's actually on the same spot too. So that has a little bit of shimmer in it. So I'm just going to go to my Kat Von D blotting powder. I have this in light, and I'm just going to grab a brush and just set this. Actually, I'm just going to set it because since it was like kind of liquid, I want to make sure that stays. Alright, now we can dig into this palette. It does bring the brush, which I really like. Okay, so I'm digging into the Burnt Orange one more time. It does have a little kick up, but I don't really mind that. I feel like that's normal with almost like all eyeshadows, so. I'm using this as my transition shade, and I don't know why I'm holding up. I'm gonna dig a little bit more. I really like this brush, by the way. This is the Morphe E27. It's like very fluffy. Okay, so taking a Morphe M441, I'm gonna go into... Shit. Ignoring the fact that I just dipped my whole finger in the shadow, we're gonna go into Sienna. You know, the one that has my fingerprints on it. And then I'm just gonna put it right on the outer corner. And then I'm gonna move it towards the inner corner. I really like this shade. It's like a dark brick color. Honestly, of like all the shadows I've used, I think Anastasia comes in like probably number 1. I just really love their formula and love how easy the shades are to just blend. I feel like when they put palettes together, I can just like look at them and be like, okay, this is definitely me. Like, this is what I would use, this is what I would grab. Not so much with the Subculture one. That one just didn't call my name. I didn't get it not much because of like all the reviews and everyone like saying that it was weird to use or things weren't blending and all that. I didn't really care about that. Like, I'm the kind of person like I'll listen to what you have to say, but then I'll get my own opinion. But the colors just didn't call my name. Okay, so now I'm gonna dig into Mulberry. It's like maroon almost. And I'm gonna put that on the top, and that feels like it's so close to Sienna for some reason. That happens to me a lot. I don't know if it's like my skin color that makes it look that way, but sometimes when I use shadows, they just all look the same on my lids. After that, I'm going to go in with the color Noir. And I'm going to apply this on the outer corner. And again, I'm going to be doing the circular motions. I like this look because it's not like super overbearing where like if you put it on, you just look like you have a punch eye. Like, I like when I have a black that I can build it up. Like, I do have one from Natasha Denona, I have it right here, that I love. This is a Natasha Denona Blackest Black, but honestly, when I dip into this thing, I am like scared shitless because I don't know what's gonna happen. It looks like this. It's actually a really big pan. Like, I thought at first for like $28, I think it cost. I thought it was a lot of money, but then when I saw how big it is, I was like, alright, I can. And honestly, with how much you have to put on your, like, honestly, I just like dip like this and I'm done. That's how much I use from it. So if you're looking for like a really black shadow, that's probably your best bet. But this one I like because I can like put on a little bit and then just build it up as I want to. I don't have to be scared of how much I put. Okay, so going back to the color Sienna, I took the brush that I was using before. I'm just gonna go back on my crease and just blend that. So I'm gonna go back to this wheel from Judith Cosmetics, and I'm just gonna do a crease. I can find my brush. Okay, so I'm just gonna take the same shade that I always take. This one right here. Actually, I'm gonna mix it a little. This one. And I'm just gonna start doing a cut crease. And I'm going to be going into the shade Bronze. Whoop. Watch out for bronze. Holy crap. Okay, I don't know if this is the kind of shade that you have to like use with Fix Plus, but this literally went everywhere. I wish I could show you the mess that this made, but it actually like came off the pan. So just be careful. I might do this on my eyes actually. I think I'm gonna take a little bit of the Hangover setting spray, and I'm just gonna spray it on my. I'm just gonna spray this on my brush because this is making me like really scared. So let's try for the left eye. Let's try using that. So I'm glad I didn't have like my face makeup done because you can see how much it's like coming down. I don't like this. It's not that there's anything wrong with it, it's just like, me particularly, those little things bug me. So this side definitely looks better than this one. This one looks like it's cracking a little bit. Just know that if you're gonna use this shade, you wanna use something like a spray, like a setting spray, or if you have Fix Plus, then use that. Because this one looks a lot smoother. I'm gonna go back to the shade Noir, which is the black one. And I'm just gonna intensify this color on the outer corner. Alright, and then go into the shade Sienna and Burnt Orange. I'm just gonna go into the outer corner and start blending. So I'm going to move on to my face. For primer, I'm going to be using this No Poreblem primer from Touch and Soul. I'm actually on my second bottle. This is like a very silicone primer and I really like it. I wouldn't recommend it for like warm weather because honestly, when I go to Dominican and I use this, I'm like oily. And I honestly have the driest skin ever. So, not like super oily because obviously my skin's very dry, but I can see a little bit of shine and it just drives me nuts. So for foundation, I'm going to be using this MAC Studio Fix Fluid and this in the shade NC30. Like my everyday foundation. I really like this. Very buildable. On weekdays, I'm going to be honest, I don't go for like a full coverage. So I just put one pump and I just call it a day. But it's definitely buildable and I really like the finish of it. And it's very matte too. I have super sensitive skin and you can see like my blemishes here. And this one, it's not like it makes it any better, but it doesn't make it any worse. So, works for me. Alright, so for concealer, I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light Medium Honey. To set this, I'm going to be using this Chanel powder. Okay, so now we can actually dig into the bronzer powder, and this is the new bronzer powder by Anastasia. I got the shade Saddle. I love the fact that they kept this packaging because I do have their blush and I absolutely fell in love with the packaging. You can actually see like all the Anastasia kind of like logos underneath it, and I think it's really cute and I love that they kept it. Oh, I have it right here. I'm actually gonna use it. So I got the shade Saddle. I don't know if it's gonna be too warm for me because I usually like kind of like a mixture of cool tone and warm tone, because if it's too warm I look too orange, and if it's too cool tone I look like very ashy. So I think this is gonna fit me. Might be a little light, or I don't actually know. Actually, let's swatch it. It might be very orange. We'll see. I got this from Sephora. It retails for $28 and I think it brings like 6 shades. I chose this one just because I wasn't really sure which one would fit me, but we're just gonna go ahead and try it. You guys have like one side that blends better with the bronzer than the other? Because I definitely do. Okay, so I'm gonna take this brush from BH Cosmetics and I'm just gonna dust away the powder. Okay, so digging back into the soft glam, I'm gonna finish up my under eyes, and I'm gonna be going in with the shade Sienna, and I'm taking a Sigma E30, and then I'm gonna be going to the Noir, and I'm just gonna do that on the outer corner. Not too crazy, just a little bit to bring that down. Then I'm going to be taking this pencil by Thrive. This is just their black pencil. And I'm just going to put this on the bottom. Now for what I'm most excited about this video is the Amrezy Highlighter. So let's go ahead and see it. It also has like the same shape as the other ones, but I love that they made it more classy for her. This definitely looks like something Amrezy would do, and it has her name on it and like kind of like little stars. I think it's very cute. Anyway, when you open it up, it has like this wavy kind of shade. I don't know if you can see it. I mean, I assume it's wavy. If it has another meaning, then but I really like it. It also has a mirror like the other ones do. And when you touch it, it looks like this. I don't know if you can see it right here. I really like this gold tone. I do feel like Amrezy always kind of uses those gold tones because they look really good on her skin. I'm going to be using the F35 by Sigma, and I'm just going to, I'm taking a little bit. I'm actually going to pack it because I don't know how it's going to look. So, I don't think it's actually that like blinding. I thought it was gonna be more blinding just because has Amrezy's name on it, but it's actually very wearable, which is kind of like what I would wear. So that's a good thing for me. I just was expecting something a little bit more out there. But we're gonna like pack it up just to see if you can. I mean, for like an everyday, this is actually what I would wear. This is where I'm comfortable. I'm gonna take the Hangover setting spray one more time, and I'm just gonna do this on the brush. I'm gonna go one more time. So far I'm really liking it. I think it looks very good. It's not like, usually when I put highlights, I have a lot of texture in my skin and it would show. This is not showing it at all, which I really like. For blush, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Blush Trio. This is in the shade Peachy Love. And I think I'm going to be mixing this two on the outer corner. This one is Miami and this one is Nectarine. I'm going to be using this brush, the F10 from Sigma. I'm just going to back that up there. Then we're going to move on to lashes, and I'm going to be using this Vegas Nail Lashes by Eylure. These ones are the ones that I always use. They're like, I think it's $8.99 or something like that. I get them at Ulta, and I really like them because they last a long time. For mascara, I'm going to be using the Voluminous Lash Paradise by L'Oreal. Honestly, guys, I do have to say something about this mascara. When it first came out, I loved it. Like, it was absolutely my best mascara that I ever used, and I was like obsessed with it. But somehow, then I bought one, I think it was like the one before this one, and it started drying out so quickly, and I just thought, like, I couldn't remember if I had just bought it or if I had it for a long time. I was like pretty sure that I had just bought it because like I remember going to the store and using it, but I was like, there's no way this dried out so quickly. So I was like, maybe I lost the new one and was using an old one. I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the store and I'm gonna buy a new one. And so I did, and this is a new one. And guess what, guys? It is brand new, and it is so dry. It's insane. And like when you're using it, it has like all these chunks. And when I'm doing like my lower lashes, it's like almost impossible. Let me know if I'm like the only one having this issue, or like if somebody else is having this issue. But I'm really disappointed because I really like this mascara. For lipstick, I'm going to be using this Anastasia little one. It comes in a trio, and this is in the shade Hudson, and it's just a liquid lip. And to finalize, I'm just going to be using this Hangover from Too Faced, which I've used in the whole video. So not gonna lie, I really like how this look came out. I absolutely love the Soft Glam palette. I think you can get so many like regular day looks. If you're looking for something to like go out at night, this is definitely not the palette for you. But if you're one of those people that uses like everyday colors, very natural, earthy tones, I think you're really gonna like this. I mean, I don't really have much to say about Anastasia shadows because, like I said, they're my favorite formula. I knew I was gonna love it going in because that's the kind of shadows that I usually use and wear. So yeah, I don't think there's anything surprising there. About the Amrezy highlighter, I'm really liking it. Like I said, I have to see how it looks in pictures, but if you're one of those people that likes like very banging highlights, I would not recommend getting this, or I would actually just know that you're gonna have to build it up a lot. I do like how natural it looks. For me, it's like the perfect highlight for me. But I do know like people are generally like more highlights that are like more in your face. I'm not like that. I like the ones that are like this, like very subtle, that I can use like for work, or I can use like to go to a happy hour. I don't like to look like I'm wearing a lot of makeup. Like I would not wear this on a regular basis unless I'm like going out at night. But yeah, I really like this. I think it's gonna be one of like my favorites just because of like the shade of it. I don't think I have one that it's like as subtle as this one. Like I either have gold, or I have like pearl, or I have like bronzy, but I do not have one as subtle as this one. So I'm really excited about that. About the bronzer, I also have to see how it looks in pictures because it doesn't look as red here, but I've had instances where like it looks kind of like this shade, like terracotta shade, and then I look at my pictures and I'm like, oh my god, I'm orange. So I really had to see how this video actually looks on the computer, or like how my pictures are gonna come out, to see if I like it. But so far in person it looks really good and I really like it. The formula is excellent. Actually, I forgot to say that. I really like the formula. I feel like the prices for all 3 items are very affordable. You're getting high-end products. You're getting something that's really gonna last and that you're gonna like. So I really recommend this product. So with that said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe below and like this video before you leave. All my information and social media is below if you're interested. Leave a comment or idea if there's any videos that you'd like me to do. And as always, I'll see you on my next one. Bye!
Aside from my soul.